Welcome to Bill Dance Saltwater. Great fun fishing that anyone can do. Yes, you can do this. Sailfish are highly prized game fish, known for their incredible jumps and great speed. They can swim 100 meters in just 4.8 seconds and can appear in a startling array of colors, from subdued browns and grays to vibrant purples and even silver. Sailfish are Florida's official state saltwater fish, not only because they're beautiful and plentiful here, but they're famous as super acrobats and always welcome adversaries for visiting fishermen. Nothing is more fun to our host Bill Dance than competing with fish like these. So this week he's pairing up with a longtime friend, Bob Bagby, Vice President of Marketing for Zebco Quantum Brands, to try a little sailing not far from the Miami skyline. They call this sport sailing here. Bill also wanted Bob to offer our viewers some first-hand info. Fendor Marquesa pelagic reels that couldn't be more perfect for this type of fishing. Captain Jimmy Wickett, a good friend of Bill's who is also a very popular area fishing guide and Bass Pro Shops Pro Fishing team member here, agreed to lead our illustrious pair to where the best sailing action is in this area and give them some tips on outsmarting the battling billfish. Jimmy is a Florida native with over 20 years of experience who operates Get You Some Charters out of Miami area and specializes in light tackle fishing. There's an impressive Bass Pro Shops outdoor world in Dania Beach at Fort Lauderdale, so our fishermen for today decided to meet up there on the morning of their trip. Of course, this gave them a great opportunity to browse around a little, checking out new lures, the latest tackle, and other popular outdoor products. Bass Pro Shops always has plenty of everything that fishermen love in stock. After the store visit, while Jimmy went to launch the boat and get ready for their boat run, Bill and Bob were also able to take a quick walk through the International Game Fishing Association Fishing Hall of Fame and Museum located next door. One of the most cherished honors that Bill Dance has ever received was his induction into the prestigious Fishing Hall of Fame here in 2006. The boat run from Dania Beach to good sailfish waters off Miami Beach is relatively short, so it wasn't long before our fishermen were at the planned fishing location, hoping for their first sailfish catch. The plan for today is to use a popular method here called flatlining with live bait. They'll be tempting the fish with pilchards and goggle eyes, which are top offerings in this area.
Basically, we attach this helium balloon to the kite. Since we are lacking wind today, this helium balloon helps get a little lift out of the kite and gets our baits out and away from the boat.
So those are just on clips coming up that kite line.
Exactly. So when a tension pulls, it's going to pull and you're fighting a fish.
And you can, how do you control the spacing between?
I have floss. It's already preset at 75 feet apiece. It's tied to it.
So you send one out, and then you get to your next floss and send the next one out?
Correct. And then there's ways, depending on the wind and the size bait you're using, you can adjust the tension on the clips and stuff too. There he goes. He knows he's hooked now.
Yeah.
How about that, Bob?
Look at what.
There he goes. Boom!
There he goes again. They don't go too deep when they go down, do they?
They'll sound down pretty deep sometimes, so we got to try to get him on the boat before he sounds. Bob, what I'm gonna have you do is walk up this side towards the bow, all right? There he is, jumping out there, perfect. Look at him, beautiful.
Boy, I love to see him do that. Is that a real popular size with y'all? You sell a lot of that reel?
Yeah, I think the 6500 sells probably the most, but they all sell well.
Today's show is sponsored in part by Bass Pro Shops, your adventure starts here. Quantum Rods and Reels, outsmart, outfish, outlast. And Mercury Marine, go boldly. Today's Conditions Log is brought to you by Bill Dance Digital. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube for great information that can improve your fishing.
Doing a good job, man. Just stay tight on them.
Woo-hoo! Woo, look yonder.
Not want to jump again. He's coming up. Coming up. Straight there he is. Woo! Nice.
Nice.
You little feisty son of a gun. He's got a little fight left in him.
There were several fish in that little pack right there. We saw one free jumper. We pitched a bait at the one we saw, and we wound up catching another one that was in that school of sailfish there.
So do they travel in a big school?
Yeah, sometimes they'll travel in packs of 15, 20 fish. There was probably 2 or 3 fish in that pack right there that we could see.
There he is. Right into the surface.
Doing good. Beautiful fish.
It is. Nice.
Beautiful fish.
It is. There he is.
Beautiful. Beautiful, Bob.
Nice.
Way to go, Bob.
Let's do that again.
Bob, let me ask you something. You know, I've been accustomed to using the Marquesa 16 to 30 series reels for inshore fishing. Tell me a little bit about this particular reel. This is a little bit heavier size reel.
Well,
for offshore.
this is a relatively new model. This is actually a 30 size, but it's called the new Pelagic series, and it's got some pretty interesting things going on here that are different than the standard size. First and foremost, it's got a very progressive lighter cam. So for white marlin, for flying kites, sail fishing, you know, where you want to operate between about 4 and 10 pounds of drag, that's exactly what this cam was set up to do. It's got a crossbar on the top, so when you're pulling line off when you're flying kites, it doesn't tend to backlash as bad. And this feature right here is an adjustable clicker, so when you're flying kites and you've got that bait and you want to keep that bait right at the surface, you can actually adjust the clicker tension, keep the reel in free spool, but have some range as to how much force it takes to pull the line out. So it's a great reel, and it's perfect for what we're doing here today. We really focused on getting a lot of drag performance and a higher drag. The standard models you can get, you know, on the 30 class reel, you can get up to 40 and 50 pounds of drag and still come back to free. We designed this one to max out at about 20 pounds, but if you set it at 3 or 4 pounds of drag, which is what you're doing, you know, when you're sail fishing or white marlin fishing, it's going to stay there. It's not going to move. So you can really fine tune it on the lighter end of the drag range for certain techniques that you wouldn't be able to do with this particular reel. And it's really set up for exactly what we're doing today.
Well, you know, the last time I was here, well, I never have caught one. Well, I did.
Yeah, you caught one. You caught that one last year. We got the leader release right there at the boat. We didn't get to grab his bill and get a picture, but that's an official IGFA release.
So if you touch the leader, it's
Yep.
considered a
If we
catch.
touch the leader, it's a catch, that's for sure.
You got
That is for
several
sure.
several good jumps on the fish. and
Yeah, that was a
everything.
good time last year when you did that.
Oh yeah.
I didn't forget about that one. Keep going.
It's a crawfish. You touch the leader.
Hold the hook right there. There he goes.
Woo! You touched the leader, didn't you?
That's a clean release in any tournament I fish.
You got him.
That's a release.
Today's show is sponsored in part by Mako Boats, building legends for over 40 years. Gamakatsu, world's finest hooks. And Motor Guide, trolling motors engineered for anglers. Today's equipment log is brought to you in part by Gamakatsu, because the fish of a lifetime only comes once in a lifetime. Today's show is sponsored in part by Stren, the standard of dependability since 1958. Garmin, fight your fish, not your fish finder. And Mystic Lubricants, lubrication domination.
Look at that, Bill. Bird just landed right here in the back of the boat. We got company. Hey, pal.
He's hungry. Come here. Crazy thing.
Sailfish are capable of short bursts of speed upwards of 60 miles per hour. Typically, they measure between 6 and 7 feet long, with an average weight ranging from 30 to 60 pounds. But these hard-fighting beauties can reach 100 pounds, sometimes more. The Florida state record caught in 2009 in the Florida Keys weighed 126 pounds. Sailfish grow rapidly. They reach 4 to 5 feet in just 1 year. But whatever their size, they'll always take fishermen for one heck of a ride. That's the primary reason targeting them has become so extremely popular.
You got a good one, Bill.
He's taking you all the way around the boat.
Around the mercury bush, right?
Around the mercury bush. There he is on top of the water.
Oh, look at him. Here he comes.
Pull the hook. All right, Bill, we'll get another one. Got a couple good jumps out of that one.
I heard a while ago a guy text you and said something about he caught a white marlin.
Yeah, caught a white marlin. You ever caught a white marlin before, Bill?
Now, I'll tell you what we did. We went up to Virginia Beach,
Okay.
and a good buddy of mine, Mike Standing, several years ago. We caught, let me tell you what was real unique. He told me to bring a bass rod, and I brought what I worm fish with. It was a medium heavy, 7 foot, just a typical bass rod.
Okay.
With a small 100 series bass reel. We spooled it up, we got out there, and we caught several white marlin. And he said, tell you what I want you to do. I want to see if you can catch a white marlin on your bass rod. And I caught a 70-pound white marlin.
That is.
And I've got the video of it.
That's a great.
Yeah, I'm going to show it. Yeah,
Wow.
look at this.
Perfect cast, Bill. You got it.
Hold the rod up.
Let him have it.
He's got it. He's going
All right,
with it.
go
He's
ahead.
going
Stick
with
him now. Put her in gear. Got a double. Clear the rods.
You guys got a double on 2 bass rods? That may be a new world record.
it. Look at the jump.
We're good.
Still jumping.
Got a lot of belly in these lines. We're gonna get these things, bud. Huh? I love this stuff.
It's light stuff,
Huh? Forget that heavy stuff. Nothing like a bass rod.
That's all it is. He's got to be the strongest rods built. Still jumping.
You got him.
Jumping again.
He's got him. There you go. Pretty
Jumping
work.
again.
Nope. All right. Pretty work, guys.
You know, there's records and personal records and things that you want to achieve. That's one particular one I'll never forget. You know, to land that big fish
On such a
on
light
something.
tackle.
And you know, I hear bass guys say, "Oh, you know, I hung that big bass and I just couldn't do anything with her. You know, she just busted me off." Well, you know, to
I don't
land
even know
a
what
big
you're
fish,
talking
you know, that
about.
rod, that particular piece of equipment to land that big a fish, you know,
That's pretty
and as
wild.
hard of pulling as those things are.
How long did that fight take, Bill?
Oh, it probably took 20 minutes.
Wow.
20 to 25 minutes from the time we hooked up. It got right in, you know, on the ballyhoo. You know, we had the teasers out, you know, and it just tracked right in and just pow, hit and set the hook. And we got, I don't know how many jumps we got out of the fish, but it was an exciting thing. I mean, wow. The strength, the power, the jumps.
Yeah, those white marlin are crazy.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
They fight good.
Yeah, remarkable.
Amazing creature.
The Bill Dance Question and Answer of the Week is brought to you by Mystic Lubricants and their complete line of JT4 marine products. A full line of products for your full line of pursuits. Visit mysticlube.com today.
How can I tell if my sunglasses fit? Don't crowd your eyes. Your eyelashes, eyebrows, and forehead should not touch the lenses. This traps heat and will cause sweat or oil from your skin to smudge the lenses. It also results in fogging. The bottom of the lenses shouldn't rest on your cheek. Likewise, there's no ventilation and it makes perspiration pool. Consider these tips and you should have a perfect fit.
Today's show is sponsored in part by Millennium Marine, a new class of comfort, and Finnor, legendary tackle since 1933. Closed captioning is provided by Bill Dance Digital. Follow us. Today's product tip is brought to you by Garmin's Echo Map series of chart plotter sonar combos. These awesome push-button units provide the clearest scanning sonar images on the water.
Who knows what a dog's nose knows? Beats me. But if I smelled like some of them do, I couldn't stand myself. If you want to make sure your dog's your best friend that smells the best, well, as best as possible, get him a big old bottle of dog defunk. It takes a bite out of odor, doesn't it? You want that ball? Dog defunk.
If you're looking for the latest fishing information and tips, be sure to check out the free Bill Dance mobile app, available for both iOS and Android users.
Oh yeah. Ooh, yeah.
Nine
jumps. Look at him. He's still jumping. 10 jumps. Woo-hoo! There you go. Look at him jump. Boom, 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 boom.
There you go, Bill. Nice and tight. Got a nice fish there, bud.
Love it. Woo! Yeah.
Doing good, Bill. You got a nice sailfish in there, buddy. About those jumps when he took the bait, huh?
Well, I tell you, you're all over the water, they go crazy.
Yeah, Bill, we were just talking about how these fish travel in schools. There was 2 fish popped up right there.
Just boom, boom, didn't it?
I've seen them. Looked like black trash bags in the water there for a minute.
Ooh, that is a nice fish. Look at that thing. I see that color down there now.
Now, for the equipment we're using, well, we're using Finnor 7-foot power-light rods along with Finnor Marquesas pelagic bait casting reels and Finnor offshore spinning reels. And we've got them spooled with Stren's high-impact smoke blue 30-pound mono. This Stren high-impact is extremely shock resistant for fighting these line-punishing sails. There you go. Yeah.
Got him, Bill.
Got him. Woo! What a fish. We'll get out of your way.
All right. What do you think about that, Bill?
Hey.
South Florida sailfish. 75 pounds.
Yeah.
7 foot.
All right, boy, what a fish. Woo!
You got him. Nice, Bill. Beautiful fish.
Oh, I'm tickled to death.
That's great.
Boy, what a day, what a day.
What a day.
You're the man that can make it happen, Jimmy.
Oh, thanks, Bill.
Tell
We
you what,
tried.
anybody wants to come down here and have one of the best times of catching a fish like this, Jiminy Cricket is the man.
We'll put him on him.
Jiminy Cricket or Jimmy Wicket? My man.
That's right, Bill.
Well, there's only one way to put it. This has been a super successful and fun trip for both Bill and Bob, as well as their expert guide, Jimmy Wicket. No doubt you'll now agree it's hard to imagine a better place to match wits with these acrobatic sailfish than these bountiful blue waters just south of Miami, Florida. And obviously, flat lining live pilchards and goggle eyes is a method these beautiful fish simply can't resist. We urge you to give it a try at your first opportunity. We promise it's something you're sure to enjoy. And please do join us again right here again next week for our next episode of Bill Dance Saltwater. We hope you've enjoyed Bill Dance Saltwater and learned that you can do this. Please join us right here again next week.